If you've seen any of my videos, you'll know that this is my universal electric start kit. The goal is to make the accessibility to an electric start way easier. This design cuts the retail price down to about half of the competition. And after getting my first prototype in, it ended up starting my bike, but I found a lot of flaws that I want to fix for version 2. So for version 2, something obvious is that I'm getting rid of the chain. The chain was messy, unreliable, and just not what the end product I think should have on it. So instead, I'm replacing it with a shaft drive, which should be a lot more robust. You'll also notice that I did a complete rework of the mechanism. And this was because the old version that I had, which used a worm gear, was wearing really fast. I only had about 4 or 5 starts on it, and I could visually see the worm gear wearing down. And that's not the kind of product that I want to be known for. So instead, to achieve the gear reduction I need, I'm going to go with a massive compound gear train. The gearbox might end up being a little bit bigger, but I can more accurately choose what gear reduction I want, so I can use a much smaller motor. And that's the other thing. I ended up switching to a much smaller motor. This is a 450 starter motor, and if it can start a 450, it should be able to start my bike too. A lot of people did not like the way that the old system was mounted, and I 100% agree. So with this, I'm going to try to get as close to the bike as possible and make it look really sleek and not stick out that far from the bike at all. And I can already tell a lot of people, but this isn't going to be universal. What are you doing? This isn't the right move. Once I get the concept working perfectly for my bike, it will be very easy to adapt it to different bikes. And a big reason for that is because the mounting system is made up of a big piece of sheet metal. And since it's made of sheet metal, it can be really easily changed and manufactured differently for not too crazy of a cost. Plus, I still have freedom to move my motor around. I just have to make a shaft longer. And if all I have to do is replace a mounting system and a shaft, that's a pretty good trade-off for something that isn't going to get destroyed in the woods. And as you guys know by now, I'm going to be placing the orders for these parts on PCBWay. All you do to order parts is go on the website and just drag and drop in your files. Make sure you have your material selected and any other unique things you might need. And just like that, you're done. I have used these guys from the start and they've been nothing but great, so I actually highly recommend checking them out. So in a few days here, we should have the parts in and we'll be ready to do some more testing of this brand new kit.